Hello everyone, my name is Shahideen bin Shahrin. Now I will be presenting to all of you about my final year project entitled Vibration Characteristic of Structures using Component Mode Synthesis Method. Hopefully all of you will enjoy my presentation and click like and subscribe for this video. This is my content of my presentation. There are 6 parts that I will be presenting to all of you in this presentation. For the first one is acknowledgement, the second one is introduction, and the third part is literature review, and the fourth part is methodology, the fifth part is results and discussion, and lastly conclusion. Part 1, acknowledgement. I express my gratitude to my supervisor, Professor IR TS Dr. Aminuddin bin Haji Abu, my academic advisor TS Dr. Nur Azizi bin Uthman, and my friends for helping me to complete my final year project research. I will also express my gratitude towards my family members and friends for their endless supports. Part 2, introduction. What is component mode synthesis? Component mode synthesis (CMS) method is a technique to simplify the analysis of complicated finite element models. Finite element models of typical modern structures can involve a very large number of degrees of freedom, and this implies considerable computational effort. Significant research efforts have been focused toward model reduction. Substructuring and component mode synthesis techniques involve partitioning of the entire structure into several substructures or components. The essential idea is to derive the behavior of the entire assembly from its constituents. The individual substructure problems are first solved, and then the coupling of interfaces is posed. The advantage of breaking up a single large problem into several reduced order problems is the expected gain in such an approach. Part 3, literature review. Turbomachinery applications. The critical structural element of a typical gas turbine engine is the compressor or turbine disc carrying several blades around its circumference. The majority of the failures reported in turbines have been due to vibration-induced fatigue of the blades disc units. Rotor bearing systems. Analysis of dynamic response of rotors is crucial, especially at high speed. Glasgow and Nelson 1980 applied the method of CMS to the problem of dynamics of rotor bearing systems, in particular whirl mode and stability analysis. Floor system. The vibration of floor systems caused by human movements can be reduced using tuned mass dampers (TMD). Satare and Hansen 1992 used the CMS method to compute the response of the floor TMD system using only a few natural modes of the floor. It was found that using the CMS method could result in optimum parameters of the TMDs regardless of the closeness of the natural frequencies of the system. Part 4, methodology. This chapter will explain the software used in the analysis with how the result of the experiment obtained. So for softwares, basically there are 2 softwares that used in this analysis. For the first one is Autodesk SolidWorks, and the next one is MSc software Patron. How SolidWorks function in this analysis? SolidWorks is used to sketching the structure of the billboard. This is because when using SolidWorks, we can draw anything what we want. So for the billboard, we just need to draw the rectangular shape and also the beam for support of the billboard. We can also set the dimension, all dimension that we want, and set the material of the beam and also the material of the billboard like actual one. After that, the SolidWorks file will need to be converted into IGS file to open it on the different software, which is Patron. So the next software is Patron. What is Patron? Patron is the world's most widely used pre or post-processing software for finite element analysis, providing solid modeling, meshing, analysis setup, and post-processing for multiple solvers including MSc Nasran, Mark, Abacus, LSDINA, and SIS, and also PEMCrash. Patron provides a rich set of tools that streamline the creation of analysis ready models for linear, non-linear, explicit dynamic, thermal, and other finite element solutions. From geometry cleanup tools that make it easy for engineers to deal with gaps and silvers in CAD, to solid modeling tools that enable creation models from scratch, Patron makes it easy for anyone to create finite element models. Meshes are easily created on surfaces and solids alike using fully automated meshing routines, manual methods that provide more control or combination of both. Finally, loads, boundary conditions, and analysis setup for most popular finite element solvers is built in, minimizing the need to edit input decks. So, by using this software Patron, we can get the result for what we want, which is the natural frequency of the system and also the type of modes that existed in the system. Part 5, Results and Discussion. There are 3 objectives that need to be achieved in this project. For the first one is natural frequency. The second one is what is the result of the analysis if we do the system by using component mode synthesis or without component mode synthesis. And the last one is the type of modes that existing in the system. The picture on the left is the finite element model of the Billboard that was analyzed by using software Patron. As you all can see, there are many finite element models that are located in that Billboard. After that, we just put the force on the system, which is the Billboard, and the result obtained, which is the picture on the right. As we can see, there are 10 modes that existed in this system. For the mode 1, frequency is 5.8249, which is the lowest frequency in the system. For the highest frequency that existed in the system was the mode 9, which is 245.87 Hz. So, the first objectives of this project have been achieved. Next, we move to the second objective of this project. We analyze the system with component mode synthesis method or without component mode synthesis method. What is the difference between if we analyze the system by using component mode synthesis method or without the component mode synthesis method? The difference is, if we using component mode synthesis method, we need to set the Billboard into multiple elements, which is we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 components that existed in the Billboard. But if we use not component mode synthesis method, there are only 1 component existed on the Billboard. The result was successfully obtained when we use software Patron to analyze the system of the Billboard by using component mode synthesis method or without using component mode synthesis method. Okay, let's compare the result with component mode synthesis method and also the result without component mode synthesis method. For mode 1, if we use component mode synthesis method, we can get the frequency 5.8019. But the result without component mode synthesis method for mode 1, frequency is 5.7909. From there, I already make the percentage error between those results, and the result come out with negative 0.19% only the difference between them. From there, I can say that we can use component mode synthesis method as one of the software that can be used to analyze the systems for the large scale of structure. This is the table that what I have been calculated for the percentage error of the system by using component mode synthesis or without using component mode synthesis. As we can see, percentage error less than 5% between different methods. Let's move to the last objective of my project, which is determine the type of modes that existed in the system. There are 5 modes that I have been collected for the system. So let's watch together for those different type of modes. Basically, the mode is about how the system react when the force acted on the system. It is like how the system move, how the system bending, how the system twisting, and all that. So let's watch together. So this is the result for the mode 1 of the billboard. As we can see, the system move, bending and twisting like that. For mode 2, the system just twisting along z-axis, as we can see from this video. The next mode was like it is bending and twisting at the same time. So as we can see, there is a red part and the green part that exists on the system. The red means that it will be high tendency to system will fail. For mode 4, we can see that the billboard move like bird's wings. And for the last mode, we can see that the movement of the billboard just about the center of gravity inside and outside. Repeat and repeat again. Part 6, conclusion. There are 4 things that I want to talk about in this conclusion. For the first one is objectives. Alhamdulillah, I have achieved for all objectives that exist in this project. The first one is to find the natural frequency. The second one is to compare the result between the system if we're using component mode synthesis method or without component mode synthesis method, as what I talked earlier. And the last one is I already got the different type of modes that existed on the system. The next one is results. I was very mesmerizing with the results of the analysis. This is because my supervisor said that if I do analysis for the system without CMS and also if I'm using component mode synthesis method, I will get approximately same. So I was very shocked of the result that I get from this analysis. The third one is proof. It is proven that this component mode synthesis method will make the analysis become more faster, more easier, and user-friendly to all engineers out there. This is because they don't need to find or do the analysis multiple times. They only set their system into multiple components, and then they just select what component that they want to know the analysis, and then they can get the result faster by using the software Patron. But this software was quite expensive as it is very functioning to all company construction out there. For the last one, hope. I hope that to all engineers out there, please be noted about this method, because this method was proven and it is very make you all easier to get the result of the analysis. So I hope you guys can use the component mode synthesis method as your method to find the result. I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.